America has finally woken up to the problem of police brutality. Sure, they hit the snooze button for the last few decades, but better late than never. But there is one giant problem. Almost half of white people still think the police are doing an excellent job using the right amount of force. Well, half of white people, it's time to change your mind. And since you weren't moved by this, or this,
Here's the taser.
or this, I'm gonna leave emotions out of it and stick to the numbers because I'm Dulce Sloan and you can count on it. To all those fiscally responsible Americans who vote with their wallet, it's time to learn some hard truths about how police brutality is affecting your bottom line. Today, I've enlisted the help of Maurice B.P. Weeks from the Action Center on Race and the Economy to find out the real cost of police brutality.
I mean, the human cost is that there are people who are just long-term traumatized in communities. So
No. That is up, but I'm talking about the money. You know, dinero, cheddar, coins, okay? How much does it cost?
So in a city like Chicago, in a 10-year period, like $700 million worth of settlements.
What?
And all of that money is paid by taxpayers.
I'm then paying to get my ass whooped by the cops?
Technically, yes.
That's like getting hit by a car and then finding out that you bought them the car and then you had to pay to get the car fixed.
Yeah.
Is there like a line item in the police budget for settlements?
It's in the city's budget.
But why isn't it in the police department's budget? I mean, maybe then other officers would step in and be like, hey man, listen, we only get 5 ass whoopings allocated to each officer a month and you about to go over.
The problem is cities look at the police budget as a third rail that they can never, ever cut, no matter what. The police commit so many acts of misconduct, they often exceed that budget line item. In Chicago, for instance, for basically every year from 2010 to 2017, they exceeded the budget line item for settlements.
Did you hear that, my fiscally minded friends? In 2018, Chicago spent more than $113 million on settlements, over 5 times more than the city budget for police lawsuits. That's like paying out a lawsuit every 2 days. That's 5,000 Kia Sorrentos. How are we paying for this?
The city might choose to pay the settlement using a bond instrument, for instance.
A bond? You're telling me cops are beating us up on layaway?
Yeah, I mean, yes.
I know about savings bonds. I know about bail bonds. Now, which of these 2 bonds do you think I have interacted with?
I'm going to pass on that question because I don't know you very well, Dulce.
Okay, good answer. It was savings. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's a totally different system with these bonds. We call them police brutality bonds.
Police brutality bonds?
You borrow the money and then you pay back with interest over a longer period of time.
So banks are profiting off of police brutality in Black and brown neighborhoods?
Yes.
Wow.
But a couple of cities in particular use these police brutality bonds pretty frequently. Chicago, who has, lots of police brutality settlements in general, uses these bonds all of the time.
Maurice is right. Between 2010 and 2017, Chicago bought over $700 million in bonds to pay off settlements. But because of interest and fees, that ended up costing taxpayers $1.7 billion. Damn! During that same stretch of time, Chicago closed half of its mental health clinics and 50 public elementary schools. Maurice, what the hell are we going to do about this?
Well, what we do want to stop is the police brutality. And you get there by defunding the police, which is a win-win. But also, I think you'd be surprised what some people in cities would pay to keep the police harassing Black people.
No, actually, I'm not surprised at all. But if I spoke to white people's wallets in a style they understand, then maybe they'd pay attention. Hey, white people! Welcome back to the show. Today we're talking about how police brutality is killing Black and brown people, and it's killing your portfolio. Police brutality is draining your municipal investments, over $1.7 billion in the Chicago market alone. Think about all the white people stuff you could spend that on. You could get a Peloton for Little Dakota. You could get a boat on top of a boat. You could buy out the Goop store. Hell, you can buy Gwyneth Paltrow. Stick her in your new Goop purse. So demand accountability for the police. Your ROI depends on it. Tune in next week when we'll see how much money you're losing on climate change, which, according to my calculations, is Oh, damn.